heard in the clip before, I'm going to go over the melody to the old song Greensleeves. The first pass is the basic version of the melody. The second pass I'm kind of adding quite a bit to it, kind of harmonizing the melody where I can, and also kind of adding in a couple licks here and there. I did it in the key of G minor. I'm still remaining in the open G major tuning while doing that. I chose G minor just because we get a chance to kind of still hit our low G string, and basically just try to stay away from the open two B strings that we have, because those notes do not work in the key of G minor, as you'll probably find out by accident a couple times. So the key of G minor kind of works nicely still in our tuning though, because we still get to use a lot of our open strings. During the second pass of the melody, or in the second variation part of the lesson, what I do is I really kind of explain and compare how I added to that basic melody, kind of where I'm coming from, really paying attention to the chord progression. That can kind of usually answer a lot of questions when you're trying to harmonize certain melody notes or add in some different rolls. It's usually right there in the chord progression if you know where your chords are on the neck. If you are interested in the complete lesson, go ahead and click on the link in the video description below to learn how to access that. You can also sign up to my email list. There's a link in the description below to that as well. It's the easiest way to learn when new lessons are available, and other things Dobro related. Thank you. Alright, let's get started on this basic melody here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the first 4 measures slowly. Then I'm going to kind of break it up 2 measures at a time here. Alright, so it's going to start with one pickup note, which is that G string open. Again, the right hand fingering for the single note stuff isn't too critical. Most of it I play with my thumb. So I'm going to hit that one with my thumb, leading to the first measure, 3rd fret, up to the 5th fret at the end of that measure. Right? So it's important to point out that the song is in 3/4. So that first measure rhythm would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, going into that next measure, right? So 3 beats per measure, and you really want to kind of fall in to that rhythm, obviously, but also just kind of that half note, quarter note in a measure rhythm is very happens a lot in this song. So again, that's leading to that second measure, which is that 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And if you look at the chord, it's a B flat chord. So, you know, playing that, you can play that B flat chord at the 3rd fret. That melody note's the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, up to that 4th fret, slide down to that 3rd fret. Alright, and that rhythm is a 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3, which is also a rhythm that happens a lot in this song. Leading to measure 3, 5th fret, 2nd fret of the 3rd string, half note, quarter note. Right, leading to that 3rd fret of the 4th string, which is in the 4th measure. And again, now we're going to that other rhythm, which is the dotted quarter note to the 8th note. 1, 2, and 3. So it's 3rd fret, 4th string, 3rd string open, 2nd fret, 3rd string. Right, and there I might throw my index in with that 8th note in there. So thumb, index, thumb. You could easily do it with your thumb as well. Alright, so that's going to be obviously an important line of the melody, which is also going to repeat here in a little bit. All right, so let's go look at measures 5 through 8. Here they are slowly. Alright, so in measure 5, we're back to our G minor chord. Melody notes on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, followed by the 1st string open. And we hit that open again in measure 6. Then we're going to go down to that 3rd fret of the 4th string, back to that 3rd fret or 3rd string open. Right, and really notice those 2 rhythms there. Leading to measure 7, which is a D chord. And I hit that 2nd fret of that 3rd string. Then I'm going to play that 4th fret of the 4th string. Right, and that note's, we haven't played that note yet in the melody. It's actually going to be slightly out of the key. It's kind of borrowing from another minor scale, which would be a harmonic minor. We'll save that for another lesson. We'll just learn this song for now. Right, so 4th fret, 4th string leading to the 8th fret, or 8th measure, 4th string open. And then that measure also has a 3rd string open at the end of it. Alright, so like I said before, that first line is going to repeat itself, and then if we reach the part of the song where that happens. So measures 9 through 12 are exactly the same as 1 through 4. So I'll go ahead and play those. Right? So I'm not going to go over those again. So again, it's 1 through 4 played again. Right, and that's going to be leading to measure 13, where we're going to kind of wrap up the A section of the song. Right, so that starts on that 3rd fret of the 3rd string, goes down to that 2nd fret, immediately to that 3rd string open. So 1, 2, and 3. Right, and that's going to lead to measure 14, where we're back to that F sharp note, that 4th fret of the 4th string. And if you look, we're doing that over the same chord, that D chord, which has that F sharp in it. So that measure is going to have the same rhythm. We're going to go 4th fret, 2nd fret, back up to the 4th fret. Right? So right, so that's going to lead to the last note, which is measure 15. It's going to be that 5th fret of the 4th string. Alright, so one more time I'm going to play just the whole A section here slowly. Alright, let's take a look at the B section of the song. We'll start with measures 17 through 20. Here they are, played slowly. Right, so the melody kind of introduces a higher register, some newer notes here. It goes to that B flat chord, and again, B flat chords at that 3rd fret. That melody notes that 3rd fret of the 1st string. Just rings out for the whole measure. And then measure 18, we hit that again, down to the 2nd fret, to the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. That rhythm of that measure is that 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. All over a B flat chord. And then we're going to go to that 5th fret of measure 19. And that's going to be repeated by that, or that's going to be followed by that 2nd fret of the 3rd string, leading to the 3rd fret of the 4th string, 3rd string open, 2nd fret, 3rd string. Right? A phrase that we've played in the A section. So one more time here, measure 17 through 20. All right, again, that's another important part of the melody. It's going to repeat itself in a little bit. So I'm going to move on to measures 21 through 24 now. Right, and they're kind of a repeat of measures 5 through 8, but we'll go ahead and go over them here. So it starts on that 3rd fret of the 3rd string, followed by that 3rd string open, hit it again for the next measure, 3rd fret of the 4th string, followed by that 3rd string open. You may remember that from the A section. Right, and that's leading to that D chord, 2nd fret, 3rd string, measure 23. F sharp note, 4th fret, 4th string, followed by measure 24, 4th string open. We're going to go and move on to measures 25 through 28, which are exactly the same as measures 17 through 20. So I won't go over those again, I'll just kind of play it here. Alright, and that's going to bring us to measures 29 through 32, which are going to be exactly the same as the last 4 measures in the A section, 13 through 16. So, if you remember, that starts on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, down to that 2nd fret, and then 3rd string open. Right, and that's leading to measure 30, which is that back to that D chord, F sharp note, 4th fret, 2nd fret, 4th fret. Right, and then it ends on that G note, which is the 5th fret of the 4th string, in measure 31. Right, so like I said, you learn a couple different parts of this, and then it starts to repeat itself as you're putting together the whole song. But here's the whole B section played slowly.